She said she couldn't be with someone who didn't trust her past, but when an old friend sent me screenshots of the messages she'd been hiding for months, I finally understood why she kept guarding her phone so closely. I know this might sound strange, but when someone you love starts to feel distant, it's like the air between you changes. You can't quite explain it, but you sense it in the pauses, the silences, the way their eyes shift away just a little too quickly. I'm 29 and I'd been with my girlfriend Harper for almost 2 years when that feeling started creeping in. She was 26, full of energy, always laughing, always surrounded by people who seemed to adore her. When we first met, she was open about having gone through a rough patch in her early 20s. She mentioned an ex who messed her up, said she had trust issues, and that she'd made mistakes she was still trying to move past. I respected her for being honest about it. Everyone has a past, right? I never thought I'd be the one made to feel guilty for caring about hers. Things between us started out great. Harper and I met through friends at a barbecue, and from the moment we started talking, I felt like I'd known her for years. She was the kind of person who made every room brighter, not in a fake way, but like she truly lived for the little moments. She had this habit of making everyone feel like they mattered, and I loved that about her. We spent our weekends exploring nearby towns, finding hidden coffee shops, or staying up late watching bad movies. I was all in. The kind of in where you start picturing shared apartments, weekend trips, maybe even a future. But it's always the small shifts that break the illusion first. At some point, Harper became more protective of her phone. She'd always had it near her, but now it was like it was attached to her. When she got messages, she started turning the screen away. Notifications that used to show names now just said, new message. I told myself it was just a setting change, something simple, not a sign of anything deeper. Still, it felt like a curtain was being pulled down between us, and I didn't know why. The first time I brought it up, she sighed in that way that made me feel like I'd done something wrong just for asking. She said she couldn't be with someone who didn't trust her past, that if I was going to question her every move, maybe we weren't right for each other. The words hit harder than they should have. I wasn't accusing her of anything. I just wanted to understand why she'd changed, but somehow I found myself apologizing anyway, as if I was the one who'd crossed a line. After that, things went back to normal for a while, or at least she made it seem that way. We'd go out, laugh, spend time together like nothing was wrong, but her phone never left her hand. She'd check it constantly, tilt it away whenever I was nearby, and if she got a call, she'd take it in another room. The part that hurt most was how easily she could pretend everything was fine. She'd reach for my hand during dinner, smile at me like nothing had changed, and I'd find myself believing it, or wanting to. I convinced myself that love meant giving space, even when that space started to feel like distance. Then there was the night that everything started to crumble. We were watching a movie on my couch, and she got a message that made her whole expression shift. Full story on my channel, link below.